All right, everyone, we just finished our windows. I'm going to go back to my ground floor. I'm going to zoom in on this section of the plan on the left-hand side. We're going to create some interior walls. So Architecture tab, click on Wall, and I'm going to select a wall type from the list. Scroll up until I find Interior 4 7/8" partition 1 hour. This is not the wall type we actually want to use, so I'm going to click Edit Type. I'm going to make this dialog a little narrower just so it's easier to see what's what. Here we go. And the name of this partition, Interior Typical Partition. That's the new version that we're making. Okay. Now I come down and click on Structure. The jip, instead of 5/8 of an inch, is a 1/2 inch. Both sides. This metal stud layer, first we're about to change it to wood, but we're actually going to change its thickness from 3 5/8 to 3 1/2. We're going to change metal stud layer. Element PQRS. Keep going. Where'd it go? That's interesting. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Softwood lumber. That's what I want. Okay. Here we go. Happy. And I'm just going to start right here on the grid line. Oops. Instead of a top constraint, instead of up to second floor, -1 foot. So I'm just going to start on this grid line. I'm going to come down some amount. We'll fine tune it in a minute. All the way across until it intersects with that wall. Just like that. Now, just like we've been using dimensions to modify the location of our windows, we're going to do the same thing for this wall. So click on my align dimension. I'm going to hover my mouse over the interior edge of this partition where the brick or the windows have been placed. I'm going to press the Tab key on the keyboard once so that the interior edge is actually what's highlighted. Left click, come up to the middle of this horizontal line that we just drew. There we go. Now instead of 4'9", click escape twice. Instead of 4'9", this actually needs to be 5'2 1/4. So highlight the wall, then you can change the text, and it will move the wall accordingly. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, on my Modify tab, click on Offset. First offset is 2'6". I'm just going to offset that wall. I'm going to change this offset dimension to 7'7 1/2. I want to offset the wall again. Okay. I'm going to place a few dimensions here. Now instead of selecting the grid line, I'm actually going to select the wall. This actually is kind of important that I select the center line of that wall. Now I'm going to select the center line of the next wall and of the next one. Come down here. We made a left click to make that place that dimension line. Now I'm going to click both of these locks. I'm going to be modifying the location of this wall, but I want these relationships to remain the same. Click Modify and select this wall on the grid line. We're going to change its wall type, but we're actually going to create the wall type that we're going to change it to. So click Edit Type, Duplicate. Interior plumbing partition. Gotta have an M in there. In other words, it's a plumbing partition. Okay, so it's now a plumbing partition. The only thing that needs to change is the structure is 5 1/2 inches thick. Click OK. Click OK. And now I'm going to use my Align tool. I want to align to this face the interior face of this exterior wall, and I want to align this face of the interior. Now pay attention to this wall location when I click here. That wall just moved right along with it, and it's because the dimension's already there, and we had we locked these dimensions down. Okay, now I'm going to use Trim Extend Single Element. I want to extend this wall to this line. So the first thing I actually click is the line that I'm extending to. Then I click on the wall that I'm extending. And I can use the same command just like the trim command, because this is the line that I want to cut with. And then this is the wall that I want to cut, and I'm going to click on the side I want to keep. Just like that. All right. The next thing is we need to throw a few doors in here. So back to the Architecture tab, click on Door. We're going to load Family. We still want Residential. I want Double Interior, Double Pocket, 2-panel wood. So I want that one. I'm going to hold down my Control key. Door Interior, Single, 2-panel wood. I want both of these door families brought into the project. So I'll click Open. And this is just like before. All of our doors are 84 inches tall. So I'm going to select just the ones that are 84 inches tall, which is actually quite a few more than we end up needing, but they're the ones that I'm going to select. All right. Which size do we want? Oh, that's interesting. It only gave me the one. That's not helpful. Load Family, Double Pocket. Just the ones that are 7 feet tall. There we go. And I want the 60-inch by 84. We're just going to put it right here. And that's obviously not centered. But given the differences in wall thicknesses between the two, that might be pretty close, actually. Place a different type of door. This time it's going to be the interior. Interior single 2-panel wood, and I want the 36 inches by 84 inches. And he's going to go right here. Then I'm going to change the door size again. So this time it's going to be a 30-inch door. And you see how the door is swinging the wrong direction? Press the space bar, spin him around just like that. There we go. Click Modify. All these are done. So this exact configuration needs to be copied to the floor above. So I'm going to highlight everything here. I'm going to hold my Shift key. I'm going to unselect or deselect these items, which is the column grids, or the building grids, and the dimensions. Come back up and click on Copy to Clipboard. Paste, align to selected levels, select the second floor, click OK. So now when I go to my second floor, there's all that information and it lines up perfectly. Alrighty, on to some second floor partitions. Alrighty, we're going to use the offset command. Modify, offset. I'm going to set my offset distance to 5'5", 3/4. We're going to offset this plumbing wall to the right. I'm going I'll click on Modify because I'm actually going to change this wall type from a plumbing partition back to a typical partition. And I'm going to offset that to 2 foot 6 1/2. Just like that. All right. Now I'm going to take this wall, I'm going to use my copy command, and I'm going to copy him up 2 foot 7 inches. Now that little error message is giving me some grief there because of the door. Well, actually probably because of the window here. But that's okay. We're actually going to modify this wall. So I'm going to highlight the doors and delete the doors out of the wall that I just copied. And I'm going to use my trim extend single element. And I'm going to extend him out to, yeah, that'll work, to the far side of the masonry wall here. He's going to go out to there. Then I'm going to use the same command and I'm going to trim him back to this side of that plumbing wall. All right. Now I'm going to use the icon 1 over trim extend multiple elements. This works almost the same as the last command, except when I select the item that I want to extend to, I can extend multiple objects to that item in one shot. And it won't end this particular extend to that object until I left click on nothing. Now I come back down here and I'll click on this line because this is what I want to trim to. And I want to select both of these walls on the side that I want to keep them. Just like that. Now one of the easiest ways to place a wall just exactly like this one, instead of going back to the architecture tab and clicking on wall and making sure that you're matching the partition type, is if I select this partition and then come up and click create similar. It will instantly put me in the wall mode and it will instantly have me using that exact same type. The only thing I need to do is the top constraint instead of the low roof is going to be the high roof, and the top offset is going to be -1. Wall center line, no, my location line is going to be the interior finish face. And I'm going to start on this corner of the CMU. Excuse me. One left click. Now you see how my wall is on the wrong side. Press the space bar, it'll flip that over. I'm going to bring him down until he lines up just like this. Press the space bar again to flip my wall until I come and I run into that intersection. Press escape a couple of times. And I still have a jog here I need to correct for that. So back to the align tool. Align to this face, and I'm going to align that object. Now the wall lines up. So we got a nice pretty clean up, everything is working out good. I'm going to use my offset command a couple more times. Offset. My first distance, 3 foot 4 1/2. And I'm going to offset this big horizontal wall up. I'm going to change my offset dimension again to 1 foot 9 3/4. Oh, 1 foot 9-34. I didn't get that slash in there, that's why it didn't work. Here we go. Copy him up. And now my last offset is 4 foot 4 1/2. Copy that up to there. Okay. Now I'm going to click on my split element, my split element tool. And my arrow has turned into the X-Acto blade, and I'm going to select these two vertical walls, pretty much just right in the middle. So you zoom in and you can actually see there's that little split right there between these wall segments. Now trim extend a corner. Yes, I would love to save the project just in case something explodes. That would be really helpful. And I'm going to use my trim extend a corner to clean these objects up. Now what I'm going to do here is going to seem a little strange. First thing I'm going to do is going to clean up that corner. And I'm going to clean it up like that. All right. There we go. All right, folks. Everyone is officially caught up with everything that we've done in both classes. Hopefully that wouldn't take long. It shouldn't take you guys long to finish this up. And I will see you guys Thursday, and we're going to go absolutely crazy with doors and some rooms and maybe a few other things. So get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you guys later.